Hello everyone. How was your CAT exam? Already feeling the adrenaline? Not to worry. Here we are uncovering some secrets to crack GD and PI process for DoMS IIT Kanpur in the series Gateway to MBA at IIT Kanpur. Today, me Charvi Singhal is joined by Amogh Bolar, who will be sharing his valuable experience throughout the admission process. So Amogh, please introduce yourself.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Charvi. So, a bit about myself. I'm Amogh Bolar and I grew up in the coastal city of Mangalore. And I've done my engineering in mechanical from RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. And from there, I have 2 years of work experience as a software developer in IQVIA, which is a leading healthcare firm. So, after that, I have decided to join the MBA program here at DoMS IIT Kanpur. So, this is my journey till now.
Great. So, how is your experience here at IIT Kanpur till now?
So, first of all, I would say it's quite a humbling experience because you get to come to one of the best colleges in India. It's IIT Kanpur after all, and you meet a diverse crowd of people, different thought processes, different cultures. So it has been a really great learning experience. I've learned a lot, and especially for me because it's the first time I've come to North India.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot and great facilities, excellent professors, teachers. So yeah, it has been a great experience till now. Just we finished our first sem exams, so now it's going good.
Yeah, so coming to your admission process. So what was your GD topic and how did you approach to it?
My GD topic was how can we improve the income inequality in India. So I think there was a panel of 3 professors and 10 students. So we were each given numbering system and randomly we had to introduce the topic for about 1 minute, and I think there was 10 minutes of time for discussion and building the storyline. So I luckily I had read something about this because just 2 weeks prior to the interview there was a news article on the average rural and urban consumption in India. So I think I got lucky and I had a lot of points to talk about it. But most people forget that in a group discussion, you have to build the story, you have to build a discussion. So people really go into the debate mode. I would say you need to avoid that and try to build a story. It doesn't matter if you just have 2-3 points, but if you elaborate on it and are convincing, it's good enough. So I think I was able to do that clearly. So yeah, it was a good GD for me.
Yeah, great. So coming to your personal interview, so how was your interview? Was the interview too technical, profile based or HR based?
So basically, I think I had a short and simple interview. It was not really very technical because as all interviews, they just tell you to start with tell me about yourself. So you really need to have a good backstory. So the journey of CAT, I would say, is somewhat of a self-discovery journey.
Yeah.
So before you go to the interviews, you really need to know who you are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and you really need to build a story around this and have a divisive plan how to communicate that. So I think I did that well, and then you can lead the interview.
Yeah.
So I was not really asked any technical questions, plus I had 2 years of work experience in a technology field, and IIT Kanpur being a technology college, I had a right profile for the college. So most of my interview revolved around what I did in my work, what lessons I learned, how I managed people or how I interacted. So I think they really did not try to ask questions such as mathematics or physics. But I think generally you really need to prepare basics of your undergrad, some general mathematics, physics and aptitude questions. So I think that will suffice. And then you need to know also some personal tidbits, what you like to do, who you are as a person. And I think general HR questions, I think you need to brush up on that. So yeah, that was my interview. I was asked about my work ex, a bit of HR here and there, and yeah, I think that was it.
So how was your interview? How long was your interview and were there any tricky questions you found?
My interview lasted around 15 to 20 minutes, but luckily I did not have any tricky questions. There was a small question where they asked me why do I want to pursue an MBA in India, especially IIT, where for my profile, I could go outside and study masters in engineering. So such questions you really need to give a good answer which shows the value you can contribute to the institute and why you want to come here rather than giving a generic answer. So I think it's suffice if you really know what you want to do you're clear of your goals and your career aspirations.
So great. So would you like to share any tips and tricks for our upcoming aspirants?
Sure. One thing is, I think, yeah, it's a self-discovery journey. So, really try to learn about yourself, who you are, what you like to do, and try to frame it in a clear, concise manner, because it's all about a storytelling journey. Because you're trying to sell yourself in the interview. Colleges want to buy you the value proposition you add. So that's one thing. And second thing is, you need to read newspapers, just be generally aware of what's going on currently. And I think, yeah, that's it. If you are clear about yourself, your goals, a bit about the general atmosphere in the country, I think you're good to go any top management institution. So I think that's my advice for the
Great.
coming aspirants.
Great. So coming to the last question,
Yeah.
so how would you rate your overall experience of the admission process?
I think it was a very smooth experience. I would rate it out of 9 out of 10, because it's quite a unique process in IIT Kanpur, because there's 50% weightage in your total score for your GDPI and your interview. So it's really they really test you as a person, rather than they're just not seeing your academic marks or a CAT score. So it's a great experience. Even if you have not excelled in your CAT, you get a second chance to prove who you are and what you're made of. So yeah, it's a unique experience, and unique people come out of it, because our batch is quite diverse. It has a lot of diversity of thought and background. So yeah, really helps you to learn and become a better person. Yeah.
So great. Thank you, Amogh. It was
Thank
a pleasure
you.
talking
Thank you
to
so much.
So that was Amogh Bolar, our batchmate, sharing his valuable experience. So we will be bringing more videos in which we will be sharing the experiences of our batchmates and more tips and tricks to crack the GDPI process in the series Gateway to DoMS IIT Kanpur. All the best for your interview preparation.